Alright, today the movie is 12 Angry Men, released on April 10th, 1957. Welcome to Brandon at Random Reviews, covering one unsystematically chosen movie at a time. Directed by Sidney Lumet. For the cast, we have Henry Fonda as Juror 8, Lee J. Cobb as Juror 3, Martin Balsam as Juror 1, and John Fiedler as Juror 2. For the plot synopsis, a group of jurors deliberate after a murder trial where a guilty verdict will result in the death penalty, and the one non-guilty holdout member of the group is forced to share his perspectives on why he feels differently about the case. Alright guys, let's just dive right into this motherfucking movie. So, this movie is one of those unique types of films where almost the entire thing takes place in one location, in this case, a jury deliberation room at a courthouse. This movie is black and white, and I know that turns a lot of people off, but some of the greatest movies of all time were made before color became commonplace. The events of this limited film start with a single holdout juror who votes not guilty in a preliminary vote where all 11 other members of the group vote guilty. This film is a masterclass in depicting the potential for bias and lack of critical thinking when presented with a conclusion that seems to add up at surface value. The way our prejudices, backstories, and personal priorities can cloud our judgment without considering all the facts. Not just while serving on a jury, of course, but in everyday life. Assumptions can get your work done faster a lot of times, but maybe that's not the best approach in all matters. These men are essentially forced to rework all the evidence in the case in such a way that allows them to shed light on details with perspective that should have been provided by the defense attorney during the trial. And let me tell you, I've served on a jury. I was 19 actually. It was like almost as soon as I was eligible, I got summoned to jury duty, and everyone else in the room was more than double my age. Now, I'm no Henry Fonda, mind you, but I was forced to have difficult conversations with people that had much more life experience and explain to them that I understood their inclination to believe the defendant could have committed his crime, but I ultimately helped them realize that the prosecution hadn't proven that he had committed a crime beyond a reasonable doubt, which I fear has never been surprising to anyone when I've shared that experience. This story has no real unnecessary fluff in my opinion. Those few things serve to paint a realistic picture of human behavior. With the exception of one, all of these men probably expected this whole experience to be brief, and most people just wanted to get on with their lives, or they get distracted with idle conversations and things like that. Alright, on to ratings. IMDb 9.0, Letterboxd 4.6, Rotten Tomato critic score 100%, Rotten Tomato audience score 97%. Personal rating 5 out of 5 stars. This movie is so important. Not only is it an example of terrific and succinct filmmaking, but it also shows you how your personal opinions and mentalities can so greatly affect the lives of others, and why it's so critical to keep an open mind and ensure that you don't so willingly accept everything at face value. The performances here are fantastic, and I hope the world never forgets this flick and embodies the fuck out of its message. Alright everyone, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Bye now.